Chris, can I ask you something? There are a couple really good trades that went off today in the group, but you were on top of a couple with trade ideas this morning. Do you remember, based on this because we're looking at intraday right now,
Yeah.
based on this intraday setup, do you remember what kind of like really cued you off? Can you recall like one of the trades and like maybe what was the cue, like which one of these? I know it's so much information. It's like, I'm not really sure what to look at first almost.
Yeah.
So what's kind of like what's the process?
So lately for me, and it is, here's the thing, lately for me, it's been anything before 7:30 and after, like just after 7:30 is the perfect time to buy. And this is just the way it's been. So I'm going to give you an example right here. So this is FTEK. Okay. At 7 o'clock, we're at 120. 7 o'clock at 120. This is just, like I said, this is just me. I always go with it's either before or it's going to be after. Okay. So when I saw this gap up, I wasn't going to trade until after 7 o'clock. I was like, I'm not interested until I see some volume come in and stuff. So I want to see who's trading it. It didn't have a lot of volume at the time. I think it only had like, it didn't have like, it was like maybe not even 100K volume at that time. So, but once it gapped up once it gapped up that to that range there, I literally it popped up, like it literally popped up, said, hey, this is moving on my pre-market. I'm not loading, this is the intraday, but when I was loading when I load a pre-market, you'll see it'll say there's the pre-market movers. And it popped up right there. And that's what gave me my alert saying, hey, this went up. So what I ended up doing was just waiting. It's just like I said, this is just like a thing that I just noticed. A lot of these runners are going to run again after they hit their low. Like once they come off the bottom at like around 7:30, which is crazy because this is exactly what happened. And I've said it a few times in the room. Hey, when these things, like when they gap up and they dip after 7 o'clock, like once around 7:30, they're going to keep running. And that's exactly what this one did. Like you see, like it gapped up again, and then it just consolidated. It rode, the 250 VWAP. It tested VWAP so many times, and that alone was just the indicator for me right here. This point right here, this 200, the 200 SMA hit was where I'm like, okay, it tested this, and it broke over. I bought two times. I bought 110. I bought around this range here. It was like 9 o'clock. Actually, I think it was like before that. I think it was like 8:55 when I saw these three candles coming up. So when it went above the VWAP again, I bought right here. It was like 110, and then it went up to 116. I didn't sell. I held it. And then I knew it was going to go down. It was going to consolidate. I was like, okay, I literally said to myself, I'm going to stop out at 105. It didn't hit. Like I stopped, like I filled half my order at 105, but I kept the rest of it in. What I basically wanted to do is just keep holding just to see if this was going to continue, and it did. I mean, it literally tested off the 200. It broke off. It broke out of, it tested the VWAP. It broke out of it and consolidated and then after the market opened, it just literally just blew up. So you got your, continuation, then a down candle, then 3 up, then down, and 3 up. It's literally just flagging all morning, and that just gave me a sign. It's like, hey, this is gonna go. And usually when they test, and this is just something I've seen. Usually when they test like the high, I just kind of just like make a line and say, okay, so it needs to get over this again. Okay, and then when did it fall? Like when was where did it drop down to? So around, what's this right here, 167. So it's done it a couple times there. So that's just a clear line, and it's about VWAP too. So it did come close to test it, no, but it never did. So and then afterwards just kept going. So what I usually do when I'm looking at this, and this is what kind of gave me a thing, I look at these candles here, like just go green, green, red, green, green, red, green, green, green. Once I see when I see like it's peaking, like you see it tested $2 multiple times. That's the third time it tested $2. It couldn't break that. That's my signal just to get out. Like when something tests 3 times like that, just like me, it's just a personal thing. I just know, just like, nah, it's not gonna break. Okay, and then it didn't until I think later on. I think it went. Actually, no, I actually just kept going. I didn't watch this afterwards. I think I was literally
It just
done.
faded. It just faded the whole day. I watched
Yeah,
it the whole day.
I was literally
Yeah.
done in the morning. Like this is between 9:30 and like 10:30, 11. That's where you're gonna get. This is where your volume is gonna come in, and this is the time where you trade.